Welcome to the Builders Club. Today I want to talk about something that I think we all need to recognize and pay attention to. The subject is not all times in life are equal. We have just entered a very special time in business as we finished the largest, most exciting convention this company has ever had at the Mercedes-Benz in Atlanta. An incredible time right now for you to reevaluate your business, to start with enthusiasm and decision to make something special happen. The next 3 years as we go into the next convention is a time when you can compete, you can set big goals, you can win, you can get caught into the momentum of a giant company. Giants recognize those moments. They disrupt their plans, they change their focus, they become more intense, and they obsessively focus on the opportunity. They do it now. Those are the things that I believe we need to have in our mind, that it's time to change our focus to something almost obsessive about winning for you and your family. We're in a business that allows us to dream big dreams, and I want to give you a checklist for big dreamers. I want to tell you some things that big dreamers always think about. If you know that your dreams would come true, will you do the simple things every day to make it happen? If you knew they would happen, would you do that? Well, you need to do that because they can happen. Are you willing to give it all you've got for the next 3 years? And I mean really give it all you've got. Do a 3-year plan that is absolutely focused on the dreams that you have for you and your family and building them. If the answer is yes to this, then check yourself off. Do I have big goals? The first thing on your checklist. Do I have a clear, concise mental picture of how it's going to look when it's done and how I will feel when I accomplish that? Have I made up my mind? Have I really made a decision? And absolutely important, will I commit to the time and the work that it takes to happen? This is the major checklist for big dreamers to make their dreams come true. And I would suggest that you make a plan with weekly, monthly, and 90-day goals. Don't just have goals for the week, not goals for the year. Build a 90-day worksheet, goal-setting sheet that you every 90 days for the next year, for the next 2 to 3 years, and set those goals and check yourself off every week. Include recruiting. You know, it's important if you're going to build something big that will last, is that you recruit personally and you recruit for your team. You recruit wide and deep. You follow the recruit's not a recruit till he has a recruit program. You make sure you drive it deep, that you build a taproot under each recruit. And this takes time and effort and thoughts. And I want you to understand that there's a way to learn to do those things. Do this for yourself and for your team players. And I want to go back to that recruiting for yourself first and recruiting for your team. You know, I use the analogy like when you get on the airplane and they start telling you the safety rules, they tell you to pull down the oxygen mask for yourself first, then help somebody else. You take care of yourself first, then take care of the person that you're working with, your child, the person that you need to help. So I want you to recruit first for yourself and recruit for your team. But it's that 1-2 punch. That's understanding personal recruiting. Doing the recruiting for yourself that will allow you to build a first generation of RVPs one day. And then building teams under those people. Work on your inventory. Work on your team's inventory of prospects. Keep that in front of them. Keep that focus of building an inventory of names of people that they can call on. If people have enough people to talk to, they're not going to object to making the phone calls. There's a lot of ways to do that. I'm not getting into those things right now, but that's something certainly worth thinking about and working on. Make sure that your team players have their personal goals and the things that I put on that checklist are for you. Make sure that your team players understand that checklist. Check yourself and your team players off on the 6 skill sets. The first one is prospecting. Teach your people to make good prospect lists, how to encourage other people to be added to their list, how to turn strangers into friends. The second one is how to set that appointment, how to do an approach that is effective to get an appointment with that list. You never start telling your story until they have agreed to listen. And then you learn to do a presentation. Get good at the presentation of the business, the opportunity, what it does, how it works for you. The fourth one is to learn how to do a good follow-up. Be ready to follow up with that person that you've presented to quickly. And then teach them how to do a great startup. Once a person has agreed to join you in business and you've done that follow-up to go over it with them, then you want to make sure they start their business quickly. Start building a company within a company. And then you want to make sure that everything is duplicated. You keep doing it over and over and over. Those 6 steps will win for you, and it's important to understand that all times in life are not equal. This is a time when you need to be intense, when you need to be exact, when you need to be focused on it every day. The simple fundamentals that recruit and build an organization are easy to learn if you're focused on it and your mind's made up. We've got 1,088 days before the next convention. This is a 3-year period, 1,088 days to build something fantastic, to walk on that big stage, to make your dreams come true. I hope that you will follow the rules of success that we've just laid out, and that you will build something huge for your family in this next 3-year period.